as she flew through the traffic lights. Neither Madison nor Perry were anywhere in sight. She turned right and right again, coming out at the end of the back alley, but she couldn't see them. She drove on up the street, braking but not slowing for the ridiculous number of speed humps, praying her lunch would stay down. She passed the last in a row of terraced houses. There they were, on the open waste ground. Perry was hot on Madison's tail, but it was evident they were both tiring. Madison's steps were faltering, his feet close to tripping him as he looked over his shoulder. Allie brought the car to a halt and, in her speed to get out, tangled herself up in the seatbelt. "Let me go!" she cried, pulling at the black strips imprisoning her in the seat. Suddenly she was free and running towards them, thankful for the body pump sessions and spinning classes she took to keep her fit enough. Seeing her approaching, Madison slowed down, and then stopped altogether. He dropped to his knees and raised his arms in the air. Perry pushed him forward and straddled him as Allie reached for his hands. "I didn't do it! I love her!" Madison yelled. "I was drunk. I can't remember what happened, but I didn't mean to." His words were lost as Allie pulled out her cuffs and clicked them on quickly. Yeah, she said. "That's what they all say. Now get to your feet." Chapter 2. It had taken the rest of that day to make even a small dent in the mound of paperwork that a murder investigation brought with it. 6 hours before, Andy Madison had confessed to killing his wife and was due in court on Monday morning. Allie, however, would be filling in forms and adding notes to files for far longer. Of course, it was always good to get a murder conviction, but afterwards there would be harrowing stuff to get through, like talking to the couple's children about what would happen next. 2 boys under 5, who'd thankfully been in bed when the attack had occurred, were left without a mother and with a father who would be sent to prison. Allie wondered how long it would be before she saw either of them in the station accused of their own crimes. "Tea, Sarge," Sam Markham shouted over from the far corner of the office. Allie raised a hand in response and then used it to cover up a yawn. Hearing laughter, she looked up. Perry was messing about with Sam, squeezing her shoulders in an attempt to massage away the tension, but Sam kept on squirming out of his way. Allie smiled. She really was fortunate to have a good team around her. All local people. Perry was the longest-serving officer, celebrating his 40th birthday next year. He'd been in the force since he'd left school, and didn't seem to mind that his sergeant was female and 4 years younger than him, as he'd known her since forever. His athletic physique was down to playing rugby twice a week, his spiked hair, fake tan and snazzy suits down to his wife, who was 10 years younger than him. "Want to choose first?" Perry asked Sam, holding up the box of fresh cream cakes to her. Allie gasped. Sam was honoured. Perry always had first dibs when it came to treats. Then again, this was Sam Markham. Allie would defy anyone not to like her. With a tiny physique and urchin features topped with a mass of choppy blonde hair, she could easily pass as someone who wouldn't put her neck on the line. But Sam was no pushover. She was a rookie detective, still on probation for another 2 months, having been in the force for 5 years after working as a social worker for over 10. She had a good heart, a great ear, and a fine eye for drama unfolding. She'd also given birth to a daughter, Emily, earlier last year, to whom Allie had become godparent. So too had her husband, Mark. Allie checked her watch. Just gone 3:30. It was too late to call in to see her sister Karen, so she decided she might as well go home. She and Mark were attending a Christmas charity ball that evening. If she was lucky, she might get a soak in the bath before he arrived back. She switched off her computer, dropped the file she was working with into her drawer, and closed it with a satisfactory clunk. "Great job, guys." She stood up. "I'm really proud of us for cracking this case so early on." "It's the best part of the job, though, isn't it, Sarge?" Sam said. "Eating cakes of an afternoon?" Allie grinned. "There is something satisfying about tying up a murder case, especially after such a brutal attack." Sam blushed. "Sorry, Sarge, I didn't..."